What's up, y'all? This is Libra, and it's time to tell the truth about what happened between me and Leo. The truth. What I've been hiding from y'all. So, I've been dealing with, y'all knew I knew him for a long time, about like 14 years. Last time I seen him was 10 years, like we didn't see each other for like a whole 10 years, okay? I seen him the last time was back in August, okay? We had gotten to, like, before all this, if you look at the videos from the beginning, it'll tell you that me and him got into a big argument. I believe it was last year, and we stopped talking for like 7 months. The argument had something to do with me. I started the argument, and I was wrong because I should have questioned him first, but I didn't do that. Now, um, when we started talking again, I felt bad for what I did. You know, I apologized for it. I felt very bad. Let me tell you, throughout the whole 7 months, though, I was messaging him on Facebook, telling him I was sorry, asking him when he was ready to talk to me, and he gave me a hard time for that whole 7 months. Leo is very ego and pride. Very, it's horrible. It is very fucking horrible. He holds grudges forever, for whatever fucking reason. He gives off he gives this like narcissist attitude. I don't give a fuck you, when shit really do be fucking bothering him. He just don't like to show his emotions for whatever he went through in his past. So he will give you the hardest motherfucking time. He actually likes when somebody chases him. Okay, he likes that type of shit. Alright, and he will give you the hardest fucking time. Alright, now this is shit that I didn't know about him because he hid all this shit from me for 14 years, y'all. I used to think that he was the most sweetest fucking young man I ever met in my damn fucking life. Gassed me the fuck up, didn't he? I'm about to tell you the reason how he lied to me, gassed me up. Alright, so through the 7 months that we wasn't talking, I was always like writing him on Facebook saying how sorry I was. You know, like I was telling him I loved him, I cared about him, I didn't mean to hurt him, I didn't know what to do in that situation. I thought I was doing the right thing because I thought I was. When he told me that he was getting married, I'm not gonna lie, I got jealous, very jealous, because I always looked at him as being mine, regardless. I didn't care who he messed with, I always knew I would come back and he would be mine. That was selfish of me, I shouldn't have did that, so I knew I was wrong for that. So I eased up on the whole situation. When he was saying that he wanted to see me and stuff, I figured that I would get in the way. And one thing I always wanted with him, you know, if I couldn't make him happy, I loved him that much to see him happy with somebody else. When I let go of my little jealousy bullshit, so like, I was like, I don't want to mess up what he has, you know. So, you know, I'm just gonna fall back from this shit. And I said he's not gonna like easily let me fall back. So I have to do something to agitate him to make him wanna fall back. Now, one thing about each other, about us, is that we do act alike and we do think alike in certain stuff, okay? So I know that he's like his mind is kind of like mine, but it's just like he's more ego and pride than me. Like, yeah, I can forgive somebody. It would take him a century for him to forgive somebody. Like, he just really, like, overdoes stuff. He likes to be chased. That's one thing I did notice about him, which was something that was hidden about me. And, you know, I always looked at it as being selfish. And remember, I told y'all, that's one thing I hate about a man is a selfish man. Because I'm not going to be selfish to a man, so why would you be selfish towards me? This is things that Leo hid from me for 14 fucking years, y'all. Okay? I didn't know he was like this. When I'm about to tell y'all, I didn't know he was like this. Okay? So, and so through the 7 months, I was writing him, like, pouring my heart to him. He didn't give a fuck. So, he wanted to hold on to this grudge. So about, like, towards the end of January, I wrote him, I texted him, and gave him my number, and then he called me. Now, when he called me, he was at a hotel, whatever. He said he was going through something. He went to a hotel. I think he was in Atlantic City at the time. Or, I don't know. So, we just started talking, and out the woodworks, he tells me, something about sex. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I see what this is going to turn into. So I was like, no. He would like, first thing that popped in my head is like, okay, let me find out that all he wants to do is just fuck me and that's it. So I'm just like, nah. He knew me for too long. I don't think he would do that to me. I always knew him as being sweet and being kind. So I'm like, nah, he wouldn't do this shit to me. So I just went with the flow of everything. Remember, I'm telling you, the Leo's been put in my heart. He has the key to my heart. I love the hell of him. And there's reasons why I let him go back in the day. Only reason why I let him go back in the day is because I was fucked up. So I had him as my friend, and I would tell him every fucking thing. I never lied to him. He knew everything about me. Okay? I never lied to him because I loved him that fucking much. Now, so we started talking whatever, and in the beginning of all this channel, the beginning videos, you will hear the dumb shit that was going on between all this shit, like with his wife, the dumb shit with his wife and all that bullshit. Now, because now you can ask anybody that fucking know me. Samantha don't take no bullshit. I don't take nobody disrespecting me at all. I have no filter. I'm bold as hell. I don't give a fuck what you got, a gun, knife, a dog, a zoo. I don't give a fuck. I'm coming to you by myself. I don't have no fucking army. I always come to people by my fucking self. I even rolled up on people that said they was going to shoot my fucking ass, and I still showed up at a spot. I don't give a fuck, because you ain't supposed to fear nobody but God. So I don't care what you say. If you want to run with me or anything, I'm at your door. So therefore, I allowed his wife to talk bad about me. Okay, to say all this bad shit about me because he wanted pictures from me and got caught with these damn pictures. It was like me with my sports bra on in my face, and he got caught with the picture, whatever. And this chick was saying all this crazy stuff. Then she did this whole Instagram shit. I'm on Instagram fucking putting pictures up because I haven't been on Instagram in like forever. And my nephew, he called me and asked me, he's like, add me on Instagram. So I'm like, okay. When I added him on Instagram, being as though I followed Leo's old Instagram file, his new one popped up. So being as though we was talking, I always liked his music. That's one thing that I really loved about him was his music. It's like poetry to me. So I always loved his music, and I still to this day think that he's a awesome ass fucking rapper or whatever. So when I seen his Instagram profile, and it looked like he was trying to promote his YouTube channel. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to follow it, because I support him 100%. It wasn't nothing bad, no harm. So I went back to my page and started putting pictures up. And then his wife goes and messages me talking about, hey. Now, I'm sitting here thinking, like, first of all, we never talk from Instagram. That's number one. Number two, he doesn't fucking talk. Hey, we don't do. So I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I just took the bait. You know what I'm saying? I was bored, and at the same time, I was just being a bitch. I was. So, yeah, whatever. So, that went down. So, I thought it was over and done with. Like, the Instagram thing was over and done with, whatever. I thought he handled that situation with his wife, whatever. Apparently, he didn't. So, when my husband was looking at something on my Instagram page, why the fuck did his message thing pop up on my shit? I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm looking at his picture, and my husband like, yo, I thought you stopped talking to him. I was like, the fuck you talking about? He was like, what's this? So I'm on stuttering shit because I'm caught in my fucking lie, obviously. So I ended up getting fucked up over this situation. Like, it was a whole bunch of bullshit. Room was tore up. It was bad, y'all. It was really fucking bad. So, I'm sitting here crying like, okay, so now, not only did she just disrespected me on there and I ain't cursed her the fuck out, I had to deal with this shit with my husband. I was fucking on the ground fucking crying, y'all. Fucked up, y'all. Okay, crying my fucking ass off. Saying I'm dealing with this bullshit with him only because I have all this love for him. But before all this, I was never dealing with this. But because I have all this fucking love with him, I'm taking all this shit to fucking. Alright? So I couldn't tell the truth about anything. So that just made it even worse in my fucking marriage. So I'm fucking going through the fucking motions with this shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? I need... Alright, so when A month went by after that scene, or 2 months, I don't know. Around in May, we were supposed to meet each other May 4th, and we did meet each other May 4th. I made up a lie saying I was meeting one of my friends. They're going through something, and being as though and my husband gave me some trust again, he went for it. So, whatever, we talked, whatever. I thought he was going to tell me like how he felt. That was a lie. He didn't do it. So, being so I loved him, I would do with him. Alright. So after that whole thing, we was good. Everything was cool. Now let me tell you how, like in June, I'm sitting here talking to him, like whatever he's going through, I was talking to him, giving him advice, letting him know what type of person he is. You're a strong person. I was just being fucking just being there as like a friend, is somebody that's showing you how much they fucking love you. And then the text stopped, the call stopped. I would text him, he wasn't texting back, he wasn't calling, wasn't doing nothing. So I'm like, okay, so what's his problem? I didn't say anything. I'm checking the texts like I didn't say nothing crazy to him. What's going on? So okay. So he stopped talking to me for like a whole month and a fucking half. Around that month and a half, I wasn't eating. I was crying. I was upset. But let me tell you how to do this stuff. Only when my husband went to work and my kids was asleep. During the daytime, I had to front through all this. I had to wear a mask and lie because I couldn't talk to friends. I couldn't talk to family. I had to take all this shit and not fucking like show any emotions or anything with anything else. And unless I was by myself. He's going through this bullshit for like a whole month and a fucking half, okay? So around his birthday, I said happy birthday.